guess probably the first time was in 1971, went to Wall Street with the Black-Scholes model. The bad news was that two guys showing up in their 20s talking about partial differential equations and stochastic processes and etc. was not something that caught the attention of a lot of people. Today, it's of course very different. You at least can get a hearing from somebody and they don't throw you up. But at that time, it was totally off the wall. And one concrete example of where being involved in practice, even early in my career, really helped my research was they came to me one day, or came to Myron and me one day, and they said, we're doing a lot of trading of an option in Hong Kong that we aren't quite sure how to value it or what to do with it. There's a thing called a down and out option, which was like a call option, but if the stock price fell below a certain level, it's canceled. So you're down and you're out, all right? And I said, well, how do you do that? And the way the option pricing model was derived, it was very clear that you could take any derivative, what we now call derivatives, any security whose price depends on some other security's price, and you could essentially replicate its payoffs by some dynamic strategy, and that all you had to do was be able to characterize what the boundary conditions were that characterize the security. So I sort of scratched our head and said, oh, this looks like a very difficult problem. And of course, all it meant was we just had to put the right boundary conditions in. So it's like having someone giving you a secret sauce or something that allows you, it's like a Lego set or something that you can, whatever the analogy is, you can build. And so we solved the down and out problem and came back with them and said, this is. Now, later on when I wrote my paper on option pricing, this laundry list long thing, I was trying to illustrate how you could use the technology for a lot of different things. So I put a lot of different, one of the things I put in there was the down and out option. Now it turned out later on there's a whole industry called exotic options that's evolved, of which the down and out is thought of being the prototype. I never would have even been aware of its existence, let alone been able to solve the problem and write it up if I hadn't been involved in practice.